Alright, guys. Now, on to This Week in Destiny. The Twid. This Week in Destiny, we're drooling over more cutscene goodness, taking a peek at upcoming weapon changes, and scoping out the latest update regarding the community. But the exotic weapon ornament that kicked off earlier this year. For those that don't know, it was between Izanagi's Witherhorde and Thunderlord. And of course Witherhorde won, even though it's already got, pretty good ornaments if I must say. Oh, and celebrating the new secret exotic mission. If you haven't checked it out yet, you totally should. Not that I'm trying to be your mom or anything, but it's pretty spiffy, just saying. Before diving into this week's Twid Delight, let's take a quick look back at what was shared last week. Game stability. Yeah, they talked about this and that they've been working on it. It's been really bad this season. Next week is Lucky Week in Fishing. That is this week, people. If you need to catch fish or you want to catch fish to get weapons, this is the week to do it. We found out where the witness came from. Drown in the Drip, is cool. And the current Prime Gaming drop. And then the Community Emblem competition. Okay. Now for what's coming up. Tomorrow is Bungie Day. That's why they did the Lucky Fishing this week. Cutscene and Hain. Okay. Mid-season weapon tuning preview. I did a video on this. You can look it up. Final Iron Banner heads up. Show that exotic fish pride. We heard you like Witherhorde. Alright, now let's dive into the latest cutscene that we hope you enjoyed, shall we? Get those sevens ready. It's Bungie Day. Tomorrow is Bungie Day because we love our sevens here, and we're excited to be celebrating with the Bungie Foundation for this year's Giving Festival fishing shenanigans and some solid loot to snag before the week is out. First up, let's look at what the Bungie Foundation has going on. Once again, the Bungie Foundation is empowering our incredible community to put their best gaming foot forward for a good cause. In case you missed the full blog post about Bungie Day Giving Festival, which you can check out right here. Here's a breakdown of what to expect, new prizes. I don't think I'm going to read over all of this. By feeling generous, donations. Yeah, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can earn. It's all kind of gated, but between how much you want to give away, I guess. So slow and dropping those knowledge bombs in perfect cutscene form. This is the one. So if you are watching this video and you haven't already done the final mission and cutscene, I will tell you it's a spoiler alert for what I'm about to say. I'm not going to watch this video because you should see it for yourself. But long story short, Asa tells Sloane through the telekinetic link that we are going to have to revive Savathun and bring her back because the path is obscured. Long story short. With that, there's a cutscene afterwards where you talk to Saladin, and Saladin, talks to Zavala, and Saint talks to Zavala, and then Zavala talks to us, laying what perspective, each party has and what's going to go on moving forward. A lot to think about because obviously next season, it kind of tells what the plot's going to be for next season. It's not going to be it's not a huge mystery type of thing. Mid-season weapons preview update here. Like I said, I did a review on this and I did a video on it. How do we balance weapons? Okay. We've talked about this before, but we thought this would be a good opportunity to dive a little deeper into the metrics we use when we balance the weapon sandbox. As mentioned previously, we use a mix of personal experience, playtest feedback, community feedback, sentiment, and usage and effectiveness when we decide how we should handle a weapon that is over or underperforming. The first handful of those are self-explanatory, but we have never really gone in depth as to how we define a weapon's performance in the Crucible. As far as the data goes, we have 5 main things we look at that answer specific questions. Usage: what percentage of total time in Crucible games do players have this weapon equipped? Kills: what percentage of all weapon kills in the Crucible come from this weapon? Win rate: kills per minute, kills over expected. Given the above data, the filtering for things: player skill, game mode, subclass, ammo type, date range, controller input method, weapon slot, etc. Is the specific weapon or type of weapon getting more or fewer kills than would be expected? A balanced kind of thing for them to, to review, obviously. When we look at everything we listed above, we mainly focus on. So, okay, crazy. Below we see a chart of, the weapon kills over expected matches for the last month for primary weapons in high skill PvP lobbies across all platforms with all input types. As you move towards the right side of the chart, usage time increases. We want to see weapons get closer to the 0% KOE. Kills over expected normalize. So let's look at this. So we want you. They said they want things over here, or closer to the 0%. This is the usage rate. Or wait, let me look at this again. Below you can see a chart of our kills over expected matches for the last month for primary weapons and high skill PvP lobbies across all platforms with all input types. As you move towards the right side of the chart, usage time increases. We want to see weapons get closer to the 0% KOE level on the y-axis, which means they're performing as expected. You can see that the Messenger Jab, No Time to Explain, Graviton Lance, the Immortal are currently slightly elevated above what we'd like them to be for their current usage levels compared to weapons further to the left, hence us taking a pass at what may be allowing them to outperform their peers. Aim assist, range, target lock, etc. As an example, in Season 19, Dead Man's Tale was at 60% KOE with 4.5 usage. Okay, so for example, 4.5 was, so wait a minute, Season 19, which was last season. So we are now in season, oh wait, no, that was 2 seasons ago. What am I saying? Season 19. 2 seasons ago in Season of the Seraph was at 4.5 usage, but then it was at 60%. Way the heck up here. So it was way too OP. So I guess, you have, obviously the Immortal is, really high in usage, 7%. And then, even like a percentage, almost a percentage and a half higher is Graviton Lance. So it's like every single, you can almost look at this and almost every single lobby, of 6s is going to have a Graviton Lance. Because you do, if you do 12 times 8.5, you're talking, 88, 90, 96. Yeah, you're almost to 100, to where a Graviton Lance is in every single game, in 6s. And then it's like, you're still probably going to have 1 or 2 in like comp or something like that, or some, that might be skewing this a little bit. But obviously the percentage, isn't insane. But with 4, leading us to issue a hotfix and bring it more in line with expectations. To note, one size fits all metrics. Certain weapons, in particular support weapons or weapons like the Monarch, must be evaluated severally. Yep. Because the Monarch's one of those that it's like it's an assist lord. It's not like you're not gonna get a kill with it, but you're gonna be tagging somebody, and then someone could easily do a finish off, type of thing when 80% of their health is gone or whatever. So this is a lot better. They had showed us charts where it's like, overall usage had been like really high or whatever else. But it was crazy interesting to me that they would only show usage rate before, and that this chart is a lot more more accurate with what the player base wants. It's kind of interesting to me how the regular Immortal has really high usage rates, but it's this low, so it's almost strange to me. It's almost like the whole range aspect with target lock is what's really driving up, the Immortal Adept, because that's the only difference like between the two, obviously, is that this one, you can plug in a range mod. You can obviously do a lot more with it, and the mod slots are limited from the regular Mortar, from the Adept one, obviously, but this is honestly kind of, I look at this and I'm not really that surprised. No Time is still really good. Messenger, just got brought back over the last month. I don't think it's even been, at the it was like a couple weeks ago that it was brought back in trials, and already it already is so high. Rose has always been kind of a favorite. Crimson I'm not surprised about, to be honest with you. Ace of Spades, these are the two best even though people don't consider Crimson a hand cannon, I like to call it a pulse cannon as a joke. But yeah, Centrifuge actually, for whatever reason, does really well. And then you have Le Monarch over here where it's like, oh, it's kind of down on here, but it's kind of nuts to me what is, targeted rejection. The Amit, DMT's way back here, Last Word's way back here, Terba's way back here. These were 3 weapons that were really good that were touched. Same with Jade Rabbit. It's crazy to me that Sweet Business is so low on the usage, but then, so high on win percentage. But interesting. This chart's really, really interesting. You could definitely look at it and get some insight as to what you should be using until it gets updated. But Iron Banana, okay. Long live Salad Fingers. The drill. Another week, another Iron Banner. Heads up that if you want that Wolfie new emblem, this is your final shot at snagging it this season. So get out there and kick butt. Saladin would want you to. This week's rotation, Fortress, Zone Control. It makes sense, because they already did zones, and then they did and they cut that short because of the bug, but oh, this is cool and exalted. But yeah, we're gonna have obviously Iron Banners coming back, but 1 fish, 2 fish, exotic fish, pinfish. Sometimes you just need to get out to a good spot, don your best Guardian fashion, and just chill away the stress with a nice bout of fishing. For those fishers that are dedicated to the art of casting the perfect line, you may want to peep the new Exotic Angler Pin Set, a Bungie rewards offer on the Bungie store that can be purchased once you've achieved greatness. Earned the Exotic Angler Triumph. Cool. Live now, you can snag a set of 5 pins, including 4 exotic fish and 1 hook. So go ahead and relax on the shore, cast your line, and build your fish collection with this spiffy collectible item right here. This is pretty cool, honestly. To Wither Horde or not to Wither Horde? Either way, it's going to look awesome. So here they have like the variations of like the three, I guess, going from, front to back. Earlier this year, we rolled out the results of the next weapon to get the community voted ornament treatment with a whopping 45% of the vote. Witherhood took out both Izanagi's Burden and Thunderlord. No shock. The next step then was to get our chosen community artists to start working on some spiffy designs to consider. Well, the time is now, so go ahead and give these lovely designs a gander and prepare to vote. Make sure to keep an eye out for that email. Having trouble receiving emails, check out this article here. I know some people don't get the articles. I'm pretty sure they said it's supposed to be, which will go live tomorrow at 1 p.m. PST. Which, whatever works best for you. Enough yapping through, am I right? Let's look at the creative designs to get a head start on voting, which goes live on July 7th, tomorrow. Just a quick reminder, here's a quick recap of the process. As soon as you all pick the concept and it's ready to go into production, it's going to take some time to move through our content pipeline, so we want to let you know up front that the ornament won't appear in Destiny 2 until the final shape. Yeah, we know that might seem like a long way off with no set date in place, but we're glad you can be along for the ride on this one. Oh, that's interesting. With no set date in place. Oh man. That kind of makes me worried. This is kind of one of those Easter egg things you find in a random twid where it's like, yeah, we're not going to talk about the final shape. We're just going to mention it with the exotic ornament for the community voted weapon, and then we're gonna lay this on you where it's like, oh, so you're telling me it may not be February like Lightfall was or Witch Queen? It's kind of insane, but yeah, I'm not gonna say any more of that. The witness wants me fish near me. Cross save, known issues. Okay. Well, we continue investigating various known issues. Here is a list of the latest issues that were reported to us in our help forum. So yeah, the new PsyOps Battleground Moon, which was the Nightfall last week, apparently people were having a hard time getting Platinum tier, which, you obviously want to get if you want to have max rewards and that sort of thing. It doesn't really matter for the Conqueror title, but if you want to get max rewards, which is important for people that want to farm it, they were not having fun time, which this being a known issue is kind of bizarre. I mean, maybe it has to do with the fact that it is a psyops, and it's the first time it's ever been a GM. But Altar of Reflection's memories may not appear centered when viewed. Okay. Interesting. So not very many to report on, but this is interesting. Okay, this looks really funny. How to become forklift certified. Reminds me of a video where a kid was on a forklift and he just ran into a truck. Seriously, no cap. Destiny 2 montage featuring Harbinger. Okay. Artist of the Week. Oh, and it's Eris. This is interesting. I think we're obviously going to be seeing a lot of Eris next season. This is really cool. This must be Hunter art. Yeah, Hunter with Strand. This, if this was an actual shader, which I don't know if it is, this thing is baller, or if this is actual armor or concept. This does look like Omni Oculus, even though they're obviously using Strand, but really cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't forget to do this. Alright, we're gonna look at one of these. We're gonna look at the heart. We're gonna see what it is. Alright. Cute woofos. But, yeah, that's it for this week's Twid. The Twid! But, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, not a lot in here. A lot of Bungie Day, like, Bungie, day type of stuff. The weapon tuning preview, I had another video. I'll definitely post in the post screen. Final Iron Banner, is cool. And I guess, Witherhoard, really not that much in here. Not that much community use, but we're like a month and a half now from the showcase, which is the 22nd of August, and the beginning of the next season starts then. But yeah, but overall really fun. And I'll see you guys in the next video.